Hi everyone, happy Saturday. Yes, I am still alive and kicking. I was keeping pretty regular updates on my community tab and on Instagram and Facebook, and then I kind of went mostly quiet over the past week and a half. Nothing major happened. I've just still been recovering from whatever mystery illness I had. Long story short, of course, we'll talk about this more in my next coloring chat. I did go get tested for COVID-19. It was negative, but I'm telling y'all something was going on, and I have a feeling, unless antibody testing comes out and I happen to test positive for antibodies, and it really was, unless it really was that, I'll probably never know what I have, but that's okay. We'll talk more about that later. I've been recovering. It's just been a really busy week, so we're going to try to get back to videos, and they may be a little wonky and wobbly for a few weeks, but I'm hoping I can get back. I like the schedule I had before. So today, normally I do a flip through Friday with a variety of books, but anytime a new release comes out and I pre-order it, I always want to give it its own special video to feature it. And this just came out this week. I did receive this actually on the day Amazon says it was released, which is April 15th. And normally I do these the day it's released, but I just couldn't get to it this week. I think it was supposed to be released before that, and I think the time was pushed off. I can't recall 100%, but I just have a feeling. Anyway, the reason I say that is if you frequent Amazon and you know that for a lot of their items, if you can get them in stock, the ship date is like way off if it's not an essential item. And this book being an example, if you go and purchase it today, the ship date I'm seeing as a Prime member is saying May 10th. So that doesn't necessarily mean it will take that long, but they really are putting ship date, because I have been getting stuff sooner, but they have been pushing ship dates off a bit. So with this book, this is Main Street Coloring Book by Teresa Goodridge. It is a Creative Haven Dover publishing book. It was released again April 15th. That was the day I received it. Again, understandable. There are delays on Amazon. I'm not knocking that at all. At least, yeah, not right now. I'm not knocking that. It's understandable. But I will say, you can get this through Amazon. You can also go to the Dover Publishing website. They frequently have sales, which lure me in. They frequently have sales. They do have shipping. You would have to pay a shipping cost. So you probably have to pay a little more if you weren't a Prime member. But if this is a book that you're like, I absolutely have to have right now, that gives you another avenue to purchase it, and you'll probably get it a little bit sooner than May 10th. I'm trying to think if I bought anything from Dover. I think I did towards the end of last month, and I got it fairly quickly. So there is another route, just you may have to pay a little more because you have to pay for shipping costs. If you're, like with Amazon, if you're a Prime member, you wouldn't have to. So, and then it's probably available on Book Depository as well. I just don't go to that site much, but for anybody who's not US, that's another option as well. So, anybody that's been around for a while knows I'm a fan of Teresa Goodridge and her artwork. This is a little different because this is more of like a urban, maybe not urban, but like, town setting rather than like a country landscape setting, but I love her art and this looked interesting. So Creative Haven Dover books, the basic coloring books that are published usually include 31 illustrations. This doesn't count their specialty books like the Color by Number and Here Comes Oreo. This doesn't count like their Color by Number. and like their dot-to-dot books and stuff. This is just their basic coloring book. These basically run $5.99 US. I think it says $8 Canadian, but that's what it's running on Amazon right now. And I'm gonna have to move him. It's kind of hard to do flip through you here, buddy. Plus, we're only seeing like your dandruffy butt. We're not actually seeing you. Oh, I offended him. I offended him by implying he has dandruff, which he really does. So he was offended and left. So sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I'll talk about it as we go. So, all Creative Haven books generally run the same, medium quality paper, perforated pages, one-sided pages, so you can use all kinds of goodies, markers and everything. Here is like a inspiration type page on their inside cover, and then here is the front page, the title page with a little mini picture version of this. These are generally good pages for like testing stuff if you really want to test. So then you get your copyright page with your blurb that kind of introduces the overall book, and let's get started. So like I said, her art style is really distinctive. Like I love how she does flowers and landscapes and things like that. So I thought this was an interesting, different type of book for her. So I was curious to see how she would translate that to this kind of setting, and it looks really nice. I like this a lot. And that's the one from the cover. That one's really pretty. I like that a lot. Of course, you look at this and you're like, these are all stores. I remember stores that you could walk into. You could walk down the street and go into, and they had a little open sign. And this is a trip down memory lane. God, it's terrible. We will get back to it one day. We will. Well, for most of us that are in, that have like the shelter in place orders. So, hair salon. Oh, guys, my hair. I get it highlighted and I get it cut, and it needed to be highlighted and cut before all this started. So, as I continue to, wait and it continues to grow, I can see that gray replacing those highlights, and it has to get pulled into a ponytail now. House of Cheese, that sounds like my jam right there. Well, the pizzeria does too, I ain't gonna lie. Cheese and pasta, that is. Cheese and pasta and cheeseburgers. Our town has kind of a downtown area, but it needs a lot of work. I know a lot of small towns have been able to kind of revitalize their downtowns with grants and things like that. That is a little more, nope, not coming up here right, nope, not right now. Now I gotta try to keep him from up here too. But this is a poor small town. We don't really have the funds for grants. Most grants now, you've got to have funds from the city to be able to meet that, or some type of committee that's raised funds. We don't really have either of those. And with the economy being the way it is right now, even when the economy was good, we didn't have that. I used to be on the city council. I have a lot to say about that, but we're not going to get into that depressing content today. Let's make sure I didn't skip a page. It feels like I skipped a page right there. Nope. This is going to be a dream book. That's what this is going to be. We'll get there. There is a crease on the back of that page. I noticed when I got this book that it was a little bent again too, and I'm starting to get kind of aggravated with kind of when I'm stressed, like sugar and carbs are the things I go for, and it has been a rather stressful week, and I just, like, I did good for a few days, and that now I'm like, I'm so glad I don't have candy sitting around the house, because I would go nuts. So this is a really cute book. Like I said, I like her art style in this book. I think for me, because I have trouble with precision unless I use pencils more, which I may try to do, I probably will tend towards like gel pens and stuff, or a lot of like the finer, like the text and stuff like that. Oh, there's the candy one here in the back. That looks really cool. I almost would want to color that one and use this as inspiration page. Okay, so there we go. Like I said, this is a new release. You can get it through Amazon, though you may have to wait a little bit. I will also put the Dover link in the description so that you guys have that route as well. As far as I know, they don't have any digital. Nobody wants to see your dandruffy butt. Nobody wants to see it. Oh my gosh, now he's rubbing the mic. Alright, well, there you go. I guess we'll close out with his dandruffy butt. But I hope everybody is well. I hope you haven't. I know everybody's under a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety right now. And trust me, I didn't wish that level of, that's, like I said, that was me before this started, so you can imagine what it's like now, but I wouldn't have wished that on anybody, so, but we'll get there at some point. So, coming from a cynical realist like myself, I am actually trying to stay a little positive about this, so there is hope, guys. Anyway, I will talk to you soon, and I guess from Dandruffy Oreo and me, it's bye for now.